Hey Earl, haven't seen you for a while, and I just had a look to see what videos you got, and I come across this one, and I thought it was pretty interesting, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a response to that. So I was thinking about it for a while. Yes, the possibility that your wife went to school with that girl across the road, and you having gone to school with the guy across the road, it's a pretty small possibility that that's true, but it's actually only a mathematical one, isn't it? Physically, it's quite possible. There are many factors that you could think about to support that. Just think about although you may have come from miles away, it's still a relatively close proximity, same part of the world, same solar system, same galaxy, etc. So it's physically quite possible. And there are many other factors that might explain the coincidence of such a meeting. It could have been an event that's frequented by lots of people over a wide area, and maybe you met there, and not just one event. There could be several things like that could account for that. My wife and I, we met in Albury, Wodonga, which is in New South Wales. I was fruit picking. I was far from home, and she also was far from home. She came from Melbourne in Victoria, and I came from Mount Gambier in South Australia, and which is about 5 hours apart. But as a child, I lived in Melbourne, and I went to school not too far from where she went to school, and we worked out that it's every likelihood that we would have been on the same showground at the same time during an inter-school sports event. So that's an unlikely coincidence, but it's a very feasible one. It's one that you can understand given the situation and all the factors involved. It's a physically possible event. But when you speak of abiogenesis, that's a different ballgame entirely. On top of the mathematical improbability, you also have the physical improbability of such a thing taking place. Even Darwin said that the problems of chemical evolution surviving to reproduce, let alone to evolve into a living system, is very high. It's rather very unlikely that, I think he said something like any such thing would be instantly devoured or something like that. You've got so many other factors that make it physically improbable. I think there's, think of 20 biologically active amino acids. They're all left-handed, but when they produce amino acids in laboratory conditions, you generally get half right, half left-handed. So how come living systems are made up of left-handed amino acids? But I mean, I could go on and on. There's plenty more. But I thought of an analogy that would probably better suit abiogenesis. If you were to throw 5 coins in the air in an empty room, right? There's a possibility that some of them will land on their tails up and some will land heads up. And there's a possibility that all of them will land tails up. It's a much smaller one, but it's still a possibility. It's still physically possible. And there's a possibility that all will land heads up. And that's also a physical possibility. You'll have to excuse me because I've had a couple of these, so I might be slurring a little bit. But the possibility that any or all of the 5 coins would not land in an empty room on this planet is 0. The laws of physics prohibit that from happening. So that, to me, that better represents the problem of abiogenesis. But anyway, Harry, I love your videos, and just thought I'd drop that one on you. Thanks.